Hello traders, in this video we'll be doing a weekly analysis on the pair GBPUSD in multiple time frames for the upcoming week. Now by the end of this week's market close on Friday, we can see that GBPUSD on a weekly time frame after the bearish engulfing candle that it closed week on the previous week right around here. In this week GBPUSD made some small pullback and continued to close this week looking bearish like this. Now, if you zoom out, then you can see how GBPUSD has been respecting this major downtrend line on this higher time frame, and it tried to make a breakout of that downtrend line but continued to face this resistance on this key zone and continued to push down with this bearish momentum over here. And as you can see, with this bearish engulfing candle closing like this, and also this week's, it looks really bearish on a higher time frame point of view on respect to this downtrend line. As you can see, it got under this downtrend line and this was its fake out. So GBPUSD, if continues to push down by breaking below some recent low, then it might come all the way down to make a retest any of the key level over here, which you can look at on the daily to 4-hour time frame. And also if it makes a breakout of it this week's high, like this previous high with further bullish momentum, then it might continue to push up to retest this or any of the key zones over here as part of a pullback. Now if you go to this daily time frame, then you can see GBPUSD after creating this double tops pattern and continuing with further bearish momentum over here, it created this small structure by ranging and consolidating in between these highs and these lows for a couple of days, almost like a week over here. And I was describing this yesterday when a price after such powerful move creates such a structure, like a small structure, consolidates and range for a really long time, and when a breakout of such ranging phase happens, there remains a lot of momentum for the price to continue moving in the direction of that breakout. So we are still waiting for a breakout of this structure that GBPUSD formed over here. And one thing to notice is that if you draw a trend line, then you can see how GBPUSD just made a retest on this newly forming downtrend line over here, after which it faced this bearish engulfing candle like this. So there's a high chance that GBPUSD is moving in respect to this newly forming downtrend line, which might lead GBPUSD to create a new lower low over here. And also if it makes a breakout of this downtrend line and also this key zone, then there's a chance that GBPUSD would be shifting towards an uptrend line from a new this downtrend line, and that might lead GBPUSD to come retest any of the key zones over here. Now if you go to this 4-hour time frame, then you can pretty much see the same key levels and key zones that you saw on the daily to weekly time frame. So if GBPUSD on the upcoming week makes a break and close below this low with further bearish momentum on a shorter time frame like 30 minutes time frame, then you can wait for such a structure to be formed, something like this kind of a structure, and then you can look for trades on the breakout of that structure with further bearish momentum like this after it makes a break and close below this key zone over here, in hopes of GBPUSD continuing with further bearish momentum, creating a new lower low over here in respect to this downtrend line over here, and also in respect to this higher time frame downtrend line over here. However, instead of a break and close and continuing with further bearish momentum below this previous low, if GBPUSD finds strong support around here and continues to form higher lows in respect to a newly forming uptrend line with at least 2 or 3 retests, then you can look for a long trace on the retest on that newly forming uptrend line in hopes of GBPUSD continuing to push up to retest this key level once again, or you can wait for GBPUSD to form some sort of a structure over here on a shorter time frame like 30 minutes time frame, and when you see GBPUSD making a break and close above that structure and then continuing with further bearish momentum, that's when you can also look for trades on the long side in hopes of GBPUSD continuing to push up to retest this key level or any of the key level over here. And if GBPUSD makes a break and close even above this key zone with further bullish momentum, then it would be making a breakout of this key zone over here. So if it makes a break and close above that key zone with further bullish momentum, then you can go to shorter time frame like 30 minutes time frame and then wait for certain structure to be formed, something like this, and then you can look for trades on the breakout of that structure with further bullish momentum after it makes a break and close above this key zone in hopes of GBPUSD coming to retest this key zone over here. And a breakout of this key level would also be a breakout of this newly forming downtrend line over here. So a break and close above this key zone is a pretty well position for you to look for trades on the long side in hopes of GBPUSD pushing all the way up to retest this key zone, which you saw on the daily time frame as well right around here. and if it makes a breakout of this key zone with further bullish momentum, then you can look for further trades on the long side as well. So that's my analysis on GBPUSD in multiple time frames for the upcoming week. And if this video helped you guys, then please make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and also give this video a thumbs up. And to know more about the regular updates on my trades, make sure to follow me on Instagram, and I'll give a link to this whole trading chart in the video description as well, so you can see where all these key zones and trend lines and stuff are.